doing things in a certain way. Doing things in a certain way. How do you do things in a certain way? How come 65% of retirees are broke? Like, what has happened? How is it possible that we live in the richest country in the world and we have 65% of retirees broke? That is just, if that doesn't get you ticked off, I don't know what does. All right, so 1 o'clock, here we go. We're gonna get started. Let's go. So the main essence of the conversation today is that how do you start doing things in a certain way, and how come some people get there and the majority do not? If you're looking to perform, if you're looking to outshine, if you're looking to step into the light and become the man or the woman who you want to be, you're gonna have to start doing things in a certain way. And what do I mean by that? We're gonna get into the details of it, and been listening from one of the amazing coaches out there. He's gone now, rest in peace. And he said 65% of retirees are broke in the richest country in the world. And now that was Earl Nightingale. So I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, how come we live in the richest country in the world? If you're in US, Canada, if you're in somewhere advanced in Europe, it's the richest, one of the richest countries in the world compared to the rest of the world. But yet 65% of retirees, if you do a vote, if you do a ballot, they're broke. What went wrong? What has happened? Where did they go wrong? How did they work for 30, 40, some of them 45 years, some of them even 50, and 65% of them or more are broke? And those who are not broke are basically barely making it, or they're getting few jobs here and there to sustain the living. They're not working because they want to. Where does this come in, and what did they miss? I mean, a lot of them, perhaps they went to school, perhaps they didn't, but most of them most likely went to school, got a degree, got a certificate, got a job, started paying taxes, and did what they needed to do. And what did that get them? Then you look around, 95% of the people are stuck. 95% of the people are stuck. So that's when I started looking into this material and trying to understand what does Wallace Wall talk about in The Science of Getting Rich, in doing things in a certain way. That's where this comes from. Wallace Wallace said, you don't get rich by doing things, you get rich by doing things in a certain way. And it doesn't have to be just about money. It doesn't have to be just about wealth creation. I'm talking about your happiness. I'm talking about your friendship. I'm talking about how interesting you are. I'm talking about how, all the areas in your life that you want to improve. And that's when I started on the journey of trying to figure out and understand this material. So I'm reading through this book, and it is just phenomenal. The Science of Getting Rich, and the other one, side by side, is Think and Grow Rich, and that is really cool. Between the combination of both, I'm starting to think in a different way. I'm starting to think in a certain way. It reminds me of another story when I met one other legend named Bob Proctor, and he said, what do you really want? What do you really want? At what point in your life are you going to take that chance on yourself and say, you know what, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is who I want to become. These are some fundamental questions that if you don't ask yourself, you're going to wake up 10, 20, 30, 40 years later and you're going to say, wow, what has happened? Where did my life go? How come I'm sitting here flipping through channels or eating chips or at a bar somewhere and all just chatting, right? Why do you do what you do? How did you get here? Did you just wake up one day in that village, in that town, in that city? Is this what you really want? Like, if you take a pass at it, if you look back, let's say you get to the 70, 80, years, and you look back, is this what you want to say you have done? Think about it. Think about it. Most of the joy that I get from my high performance coaching is when I get the executives and managers and people and ladies like yourselves to really click as to how they have to start showing up, how you have to start becoming, how you start having and wanting more in life. Why not? Because most people look around and they see other people doing it and say, no, they're lucky. They inherited this. They got it. We don't have what it takes. And I know how that feels because that's how I used to think. Until I changed how I'm thinking. Until I changed how I'm operating. Until I started to change this operating system that we have. So you see, we have an operating system. Welcome, Ismail. We have an operating system that got us tucked in, that got us programmed, that got us into this funnel. And we are stuck where we are for whatever freaking reason. We go to school, we get a job, we start paying taxes, and then we are in this funnel. Why are you doing what you're doing? How did you get here? Like, where are you going? If you want to start achieving more and bigger and better in your life, you're going to have to start doing things in a different way. You're going to have to wake up. You're going to have to wake up to your potential, and whatever that is, whatever that potential is, we don't know how much it is. You don't know how big is your potential. If you take these questions that I have here, right, in terms of what do you really want, and you spend some time on it, you get honest with yourself, get calm, get serene, and start asking yourself, why do I do things this way? Why not that way? Why is he at 10 million, 20 million, and why am I at barely 500,000 or 1 million? What's the difference? They have the same skin, they have the same color, maybe a bit taller, maybe a bit shorter, maybe a bit wider. Who cares? How do successful people become great at what they do? They didn't just wake up one day like that. They became successful before they became successful. And this is what I'm going to teach you. That's the world that I live in right now. See, for a long time, and this is another story that I'm going to share with you, I thought it was all about getting degrees and getting certificates and going from one place to another, one city to another, and creating this wealth. Until one day I was like, you know what? Is this it? Another degree? I had 5 by the time I woke up. So if this is resonating with you, and if you're at a point in your life where like, man, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing. I didn't even know what I want to do anymore. I met with a gentleman this morning, amazing guy, mid-40s. He's been around for 10, 15 years in this country, but he's lost. He doesn't know what he wants to do. Oh, well, you can always get a job. You can always get a $15 job. You can always drive an Uber. You can always paint some kind of wall somewhere for somebody and get a buck. Nobody's going to die from not eating anything. Well, you know, there's people dying without food. Very rare nowadays. If you're in North America, it's very rare that you're going to die from hunger. But there's a lot of malnutrition. A lot of malnutrition. So what I'm going to ask you is that, what do you really want? Are you living your best life, right? Are you performing at your best? Have you reached the point where you've been coached so many times, you found so many books to read, and you don't seem to be advancing? You don't seem to be performing. You don't seem to be showing up. And you ask yourself, is this there all is to it? Is this there all is to it? That's mostly who I coach. Is those who have been coached many times, have given up, and they haven't gotten the results, and they come to me in a short amount of time, boom. What I call it is taking the guesswork out of success. Because you're trying it by random. You're thinking joining another webinar or buying another book or going to another seminar is going to do it. See, that's what I thought. And that's the beautiful story that I'm sharing with you right here. I thought the same as you were. I was in your shoes. I was at a level that was like, wow. Everybody would say, oh, you should be happy. You're making some money, you're doing things. And yeah, you can always be doing things, but are you doing what you want? Are you where you want to be? So we've got this map that we call, it's like the framework that would help you forge a path like no other. And whatever it is, we can figure it out. Doing things in a certain way. Are you on your purpose? Are you on purpose? I'm going to read for you one paragraph from this book. It says, in this book, I shall not speak of riches in figurative way, To be really rich does not mean to be satisfied or contented with a little. No man ought to be satisfied with a little if he is capable of using and enjoying more. The purpose of nature is the advancement and unfoldment of life, and every man and woman should have all that they can contribute to the power, elegance, beauty, and richness of life. To be content with less is sinful. That's how powerful this is. So I really want you to win. I want you to start having a whole lot more. I want you to become the man or the woman who you've always wanted to be. And if this is resonating with you, I want to speak with you. I want you to come in on a 15-minute call, no obligation, and I hope I'm going to make it worth your time, because when you come in, there's a small gift that you go with, and it's really up to you. It's going to be like a discovery of what's really been bothering you, and let's see if we can help you. I hope you take me up on it. There are a few spots available, and then we go from there. Because I don't want you to end up like those retirees that are broke. I don't want you to end up in a spot where you are guessing and just buying another book, or buying another seminar, or buying another coaching. I have people that come to me and they're like, Kamal, so if I buy this, am I going to be better? I'm like, no. If you buy this and you do the work and you follow the direction, then you're going to be better. Just getting it doesn't mean anything. It's like getting a race car. We can deliver a race car now to your driveway. You don't know how to drive it. You're not going to be winning any races. And even if you drive it on the road, you're not going to win the race. So that's where the guidance and the mentorship helps. Right? So I've helped and coached people worldwide, all over the world. And it's really your turn. It's up to you, if this is resonating with you, to reach out. And if not, it's all good. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to leave you with one more thing. That if you're not satisfied with where you are and what you're doing, if you're not happy with it, it's because you're not on purpose. And you haven't found your true utmost potential. And just going through that purpose, vision, and goal exercise with me, just going through it is going to help to free you up. It's going to help to make you reach levels beyond your wildest dreams. And that's the gift. That's what I'm going to share with you when you show up on that call. So no matter what, you're going to get it, but you're going to have to follow some directions. So I hope this served you today. And I will be doing this on Fridays, and we'll get better. We'll bring more people. We'll invite more people. LinkedIn here is allowing us to do these beautiful live events, which is pretty cool, because now all the world can see this and benefit from it. And I hope some of you who are out there listening are benefiting from this. And if you're not benefiting, it's because you're not doing the work. See, listening to it doesn't do anything by itself. You have to listen, you have to understand, and you're going to have to do. Right? You have to be it, and you have to do the action. We're living in an action-oriented world. We are living in a physical world. Thoughts, feelings, and action. And your attitude is what really needs to change for you to become that next version of yourself. I'm going to leave you with this today. All right? But I want to keep this nice and tight. All right? If you're struggling, if you're frustrated, and if it's not going the way you want, you might take it on yourself to start doing something to change, because what you don't fix in yourself, you pass on to your kids. So if you don't want to do this for you, do it for your kids, do it for your family, do it for your legacy. Yes, now I've said it. What you don't fix in yourself, you pass on to your kids. And I really want to help you. I hope this had excited you. I hope this is what you wanted to hear today, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for all the messages. And I know you're on the right path because you're here. This is not by accident that you're listening to this. And let me know what you think. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Much love. Blessings.